I try to get up and I am unable to walk.
I thought I had a stomach bug.
I've been on birth control since before we got married, but the doctor says, well, you are in fact pregnant.
We had no idea our sister was pregnant.
You gotta be pregnant, silly, to be in labor.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There's a whole human inside of me that's about to come out.
When I went into the hospital, I thought I had a stomach ache, and I came out with a whole baby.
1 in 2,500 women who give birth have cryptic or hidden pregnancies and don't know that they're pregnant until they give birth.
Just by the look of like terror and shock on her face, I knew that she didn't know.
In no way, shape, or form was she mentally prepared for this.
Normally, people have 9 months to prepare. This is like 9 minutes.
Everything moved so quickly, I felt like I was literally in a movie.
Is it recording? Like, do I go now? Oh, okay. I'm Kayla. I thought I had a kidney stone that turned out to be my daughter. Let me take you back to where it all started. It's November 2015. I'm in college for public relations. It's my senior year. I am pretty responsible, but I am 21 and love to go out to the bars on the weekends with my friends.
Kayla is one of the hardest working people I know. She was in school full-time, nannying. Outside of that, we were having fun and partying.
Me and my friends love to watch different sporting events together. So I'm at a friend's house. I think it was Monday Night Football. My friend Lewis was there.
Kayla's really fun. She's really nice. She's definitely the sweetest girl I've ever met.
I was with Kayla, Lewis, and a couple of his friends, and I definitely saw that they were into each other.
We're all just hanging out, watching the football game. It was a great time. We ended up leaving together, and we did the deed.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Who knew football games made babies?
Ready? I do talk with my hands. That's part of the... Didn't do it. It feels awkward. My name is Elise, and I went from managing a restaurant to managing dirty diapers. Let's start from the beginning. It's summer 2015. I'm living at home with my mom. I'm 25, and I'm managing a restaurant. I'm overseeing people. I am placing the food orders. I am making pizza. I'm serving tables, making deliveries. I am doing it all.
Elise is working nonstop. She leaves at 8 o'clock in the morning and doesn't come back until almost 10 o'clock.
Sometimes she wouldn't even have time to take a shower or eat.
We are all worried about her, but Elise is a hard worker. She's just her normal self.
The reason I'm working so much is so that I can move out on my own. But it's very hard because of my back. I have severe scoliosis. I have a 56-degree curve going this way and a 32-degree curve going this way, and it's twisted.
When she was born, her back was real bad. I took her to doctors, and they said that she would outgrow it. It would straighten out as she grew. Unfortunately, it didn't.
Scoliosis affects my day-to-day. When I get up in the morning, I am very stiff. And when you have scoliosis, it tends to cause other issues with your body. I was told by several doctors that my uterus is so far back that it would be virtually impossible to get pregnant, that there would be no room for the fetus, and my body would reject the pregnancy. But I mean, I'm doing all the normal things people would my age. And I don't see a need to be on birth control because what's the point?
So from the deed in November to January, I just go on my merry way.
We stopped talking for a little bit. I don't think anything happened. We just, kind of drifted apart.
I'm just still going to bars, hanging out with my friends, living life normally. I didn't have any symptoms, but in January, I get a pain in my abdomen. So I'm at urgent care. They tell me I have a Bartholomew cyst, and they are prescribing me 4 different antibiotics. So I start taking these medications, and I'm constantly throwing up. I'm so nauseous, I can't hold anything down. So now I'm going back to urgent care and getting prescribed nausea pills. And the nurse literally looked at me and said, these are great for hangovers, and sent me on my way with my nausea pills. Any morning sickness that I might have had was masked by that, I think. The nausea subsides, everything is better now. It's my second semester of senior year of college. I'm just having a good time. April rolls around, I go in for my annual physical. I tell my doctor that I haven't had my period in a few months, and she said, that's super normal because you have PCOS. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I've had it my whole life, and having irregular periods is super normal for me. And she also told me I needed to have an internal exam, so she's giving me an internal exam and looking me in my eyes, telling me she's touching my ovaries, but wasn't able to find a baby in there. After my annual checkup, I gained maybe 5 or 10 pounds, but my PCOS makes my weight fluctuate a lot, so I vary 1 or 2 sizes every now and then, which is super normal for me.
I saw Kayla while she was pregnant, maybe a few times here and there, because we did share the same group of friends, but there was no way I could tell at all that she was pregnant.
So my back starts hurting. I ruptured a disc in my back a year before, so my doctor prescribes me muscle relaxers, doesn't give me a pregnancy test, doesn't suspect pregnancy or anything, and sends me on my way to go to a back doctor. The back doctor, she's prescribing me boot camp physical therapy. And again, doesn't think I'm pregnant, doesn't give me a pregnancy test. It's hard to comprehend that at this point I've seen 5 doctors and not one of them thought to give me a pregnancy test.
It's now August 2015, and my body is exactly the same. I'm still wearing the same size clothes. I am having some cravings for food, but I've always had that. There are no signs that I might be pregnant.
Elise and I have always been very close, almost inseparable.
He means the world to me. He has always been there for me. We've been through a lot together.
She works so much, the only time I get to see her is visiting her at the restaurant. Elise is getting maybe a little huffy, and her patience is definitely getting thin.
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. So, it's December 2015, and Christmas is just around the corner.
Christmas is actually very important for us as a family.
We always have a big Christmas, and she was helping me with the tree.
I still weigh 100 pounds, and I've been constipated for the past couple months, which is weird. It's it felt like something was trying to push through, but couldn't. I figure it's just from constipation. My friend suggested to take a pregnancy test just to be safe, but just like I thought, the test came out negative.
I told her I'd rub her back and her belly for it. So we did that, and still she didn't go to the bathroom.
I feel like this little flutter going through my stomach. I didn't feel any kicking. I didn't feel anything, and I still had my period. Nothing's telling me I'm pregnant.
At the end of June, I graduated from college. I moved to a local beach town for the summer. I work at a restaurant on the main part of the beach. I'm ready for an epic summer by the shore. I work doubles almost every single day, and in between we would go to the beach, and that's a key fact only because everybody saw me in a bathing suit a lot. Because everybody was like, oh my God, we went to the beach last week. How did you have a baby today?
I saw Kayla in a bathing suit very often, and not one time did it cross my mind that she was pregnant.
It's August 8th, and I'm on my feet for almost 12 hours a day. I was tired, but I just figured that was because I was working so much.
I'd go to work, and she'd go to work at the restaurant, and I'd meet up and hang out with her either at the beach or we'd party after work.
And I may have went to an amusement park and also did yoga on my paddleboard. Falling into the water over and over, it's probably not the best thing to do when you're over 8 months pregnant. My back's been bothering me during the day, but I just chalk it up to my ruptured disc. But when I got to work, it really started to hurt. Wasn't having constant pain. It was kind of like coming and going, but it would really, really hurt when it was painful. And so on my breaks, I was Googling what's wrong with me, what causes back pain that comes and goes. And everything was like, you probably have a kidney stone.
So Kayla texted me and told me she was gonna go to the hospital after work because she thought she had a kidney stone.
I worked the rest of my shift. I went to leave, and one of my coworkers said, Kayla, you're not gonna have a shift drink? That's so unlike you. And I said, no, you're right. And I marched my booty to the bar and had a beer with my coworkers while unknowingly having contractions.
It's January 9th, and it's my brother's birthday. We're just gonna have cake and just celebrate together. And I started feeling a little bit of discomfort.
My sister takes 2 bites of his birthday cake and has to go throw up.
Yeah, something must be really wrong because she doesn't usually do that.
She is complaining about stomach problems and being tired. And we are all worried about this, but you know, the way she works, who wouldn't complain about those things?
It's the next day, and I'm still feeling the pain, but I still have to go to work. And I got there, and it just got so much worse, and I'm literally screaming my head off. I'm screaming so loud that my coworker thought someone was hurting me. I'm in so much pain that I can't drive, so my boss has to drive me home. All of a sudden, my pants are wet. In my boss's car, I think I just peed myself from the pain. I have no idea what's going on.
As soon as I see Elise, I know something is wrong. She is breathing heavy, she's sweaty, and her pants are soaking wet.
This pain is out of control.
I was contemplating even going to the hospital because my pain was coming and going, but my best friend and my dad said that I should really go because they've never seen me in quite so much pain.
I was ready to leave work and throw her in my car and bring her there myself.
We finally get to the hospital. We go into the emergency room. The doctor presses on my stomach, and they're convinced that I have an ovarian cyst that ruptured, and they're gonna need to give me surgery. So the ultrasound tech is giving me the ultrasound. And so I asked her what she saw, but she said, oh, I can't tell you that.
Why can't she tell you that?
Well, like, I know that they can't tell you, like, legally, because they're not the doctor. But why is she being sketchy? So I immediately think I'm dying, and I start texting my friend that I'm dying and she can have all my shoes.
I didn't believe her.
So a doctor comes up to me and says, you're 38 weeks pregnant and having a baby today. Today. All the color drained from my face. I went from a shift drink and pizza with my friends to active labor. I was really scared. And I just kept saying, oh my God, I need to call my mom, I need to call my mom. And I told her, and she thought that I had time to prepare, not that I was having a baby that day. So when she realized that, she proceeded to like freak out a little bit, but then woke up my sister and came in, and she also called my dad for me. So I'm feeling really scared to actually have to birth a baby. But the time comes, and the nurse instructs me to push. I push a few times, and before the doctor even comes in, the baby just flies out and bounces onto the bed. And before you knew it, I had Sawyer, my beautiful baby girl. She was 7 pounds and 1 ounce. I was so happy to find out that she was perfectly healthy and nothing was wrong. She's so perfect. Everyone was super supportive, and my mom, my sister, my aunt, my grandfather, my grandmother, and my dad all made it to the labor and delivery room before I had her.
When Kayla told me, I thought she was lying. She called me, and I just was in shock.
In the 9 months since the football game, I wasn't dating anybody else, and I was 100% sure Lewis was the father. And now I need to tell him that.
I'm laying in bed trying to relax, but then I realize I need to hurry up and get to the bathroom. Oh. I remember saying I need to go to the bathroom. I think I'm finally gonna go to the bathroom. All I remember is thinking while I was pushing, that is not coming out of where I think it's supposed to be coming from.
Yeah.
I just remember screaming for Greg to go get you.
Yeah.
And just being so scared to even move or push or do anything.
Yeah.
And waiting for you to come, which it wasn't that long at all, but it felt like an eternity. I was so scared. She lays me on the floor to see what's going on.
I look between her legs, and all I can see is something this big coming out. And I thought, what is this? And it's when I said, I thought you had ruptured your bowel. She's screaming at me, it hurts, and all I can see is hair. And I'm thinking, my God, this is a baby's head coming out.
So I didn't tell Lewis while I was in the hospital that I had a baby because I thought I deserved peace. And so I didn't want to deal with that when I was in the hospital. As I was leaving the hospital, I sent him a text with a picture of her. And I said, this is our daughter that I just had. I thought she was a kidney stone.
Yeah, so I started freaking out when I got that text message.
He replied and said, like, you have a baby that's crying outside of you? And I was like, yes. He was just like, oh, do you need anything? And I was like, I think I'm okay. And that's kind of where it ended.
I thought Kayla was playing a prank on me, so I would check Facebook and try to see if it was actually true or not. And then I still thought it was a joke, even with the pictures and everything, until I saw her family comment, congratulations and all that. And I was like, oh, this is real.
But plot twist! Sawyer brought us together, and now we're married and have a second baby.
I was very scared at first when I was gonna be Sawyer's dad because Sawyer was already perfect. And I didn't know what value I could add to that. But it's so awesome, and I'm so happy we ended up being together, and now we have a second child, and we're hoping maybe even for a third.
I'm happy that Kayla and Lewis ended up together. I think they're a great match.
Our life with Sawyer is super wonderful and filled with so much love, and I'm so thankful I have her.
Love you.
Love you.
She's screaming at me, it hurts, and all I can see is hair. And I'm thinking, my God, this is a baby's head coming out.
He told me, okay, I really need you to be calm right now. I keep asking my mom what's going on because I can't even think straight. And she was like, I need you to push because it's a baby. And I remember looking at you like you had 3 heads. What did you just say, a baby?
Yes.
I was in shock. I was told that I couldn't get pregnant, that it would be virtually impossible. After that, it was just a bunch of pushing and saying, no, 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 I don't want to, I'm scared.
Then all I hear is, get it out. And she's like, I'm trying, you gotta push.
Less than 5 minutes later, there's a baby, I'm holding a baby. She came out so fast, all I could do was catch her.
I have a baby girl.
And I'm just sitting there thinking like, gross.
I'm just so grateful there was no complications.
Yes, me too.
There was no cord wrapped around her neck. She wasn't breached. She was
ready to come to you.
And my mom looks at me and she goes, what are you doing? Get on the phone with 911 right now.
We wrapped her in towels, and within minutes, the ambulance was there, and they thought she was a preemie because she was so small.
My brain is starting to think that, Elise was on her feet all the time. I know she had her period every month, and I really hope there's nothing wrong with the baby.
We finally make it to the hospital, and thank goodness the doctors say she is a perfectly healthy baby girl. She was full term, 38 weeks when she was born.
This baby is beautiful. She has 10 fingers and 10 toes and dark, wavy hair.
My favorite show at the time, the lead character's name was Emma. And she was a strong, confident woman, so Emma fits perfectly.
I am holding my niece, Emma, and I think I am holding like the most, sorry. I got another addition to the family.
I have decided to raise Emma as a single parent.
Go ahead. Oh, give it a push. Follow her out. Emma is 7 now, and she is so amazing and bubbly, intelligent, sweet, kind. She is just the most amazing child. Before Emma, I was told I couldn't have children, so I made my life all about work. And now I get to make my life all about her.
Love you too, precious.
She's a miracle.